The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside sophomore catcher Kennady Warder, as we wrap up our position previews today with the battery. Kennedy, a fairly good mix of returner with newcomer. Obviously the backstop, a returner, but in large part, innings pitched is brand spanking new. Let's focus on you first. Big sticks, some big late inning home runs for you as a freshman. What have you done over the last 9 months to improve from a pretty solid year one here on the banks of Mossy Creek?
Absolutely, just working with old hitting coaches, getting advice, putting the work in for unseenable hours, and just really hammering down on little things like little corrections, because most of the time it's not big things that are wrong. It's mostly mental, and that's something that I struggled with a lot last year. So really just flipping that switch on and off and knowing when to be emotional and when to not is going to be a big difference for me.
Add in Macaulay Bailey to the backstop. What's she bring to the table as a freshman?
She's very, very outgoing. She's a hard worker. She's willing to learn everything, which I think is awesome. So any questions she has behind the plate or even in the field, she's not hesitant to ask. She's always asking, hey, what can I do to improve this? What do you tell me to do whenever this is the situation? So it's just really cool to have someone that's eager to learn more about what to do.
Pitching, I guess no more Sarah King, but still kind of Sarah King, the top producer for innings pitched last year, still here as pitching coach. How has that transition helped seg things, I suppose?
Well, I mean, it's good because we both kind of understand the way that each other work. So if something's not going right, I can be like, hey, you trust me as a catcher. We worked together all last year. So if I have a piece of information, something I'm seeing, we have that connection where I can look at her, just give her a look, give her a little sentence, and she's like, okay, I know what's wrong. So.
Top returning arm is Sierra Rogers, an enigma wrapped in a mystery a year ago. We'll put it like this: she had the second best batting average against for a pitcher in Carson-Newman Softball history last season. Also walked the second most batters. When she was on, she was really good. When she was off, it was a struggle. What has she done over the off season to lock down and improve?
I think working with her pitching coach and just having a good time with it, making sure that she's keeping it fun, not really same thing as me, just keeping the emotions out of it, keeping it simple, just doing what she needs to do, hitting spots and putting the work in for sure.
Nico Ferguson has been in the program for a few years now. Good off-speed movement to her pitches. What do you see out of her as she heads into her junior season?
Absolutely movement in her pitches. It's still there. She's coming in hot, I can tell. Everything's looking good in bullpen so far. She's ready to go, and I'm ready to see how she's going to do this season.
A couple newcomers that you expect to factor in, the two Rileys, Gaddis and Sykes. One tall, one small. You really go from the opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah. Gaddis, 5'10", 5'11", in the circle. Sykes, 5'2". How do they pitch? Similar, different? What's the story between those two?
They definitely have differences in their pitches. They both have amazing movement pitches, east-west. One of them's better north-south, but they can move it, they can bring it, they got off-speed. They can do everything. I don't want to reveal too much, though, because you never know who's watching. But they're great. They're going to be absolute onsetters in the circle for us this season, game changers. They'll be able to come in, relieve, and do their job. I'm very confident saying that.
Who else among the newcomers do you expect to add value within the circle?
I think Allie and Haley within our newcomers are going to be great aspects on and off the field, because they both just great attitudes all the time, want to be there, will do anything to get on the field. They are there to get advice, talk to the older pitchers, stay after hours, do their work in the bullpens, and so just having that grit and that fight to be the best softball player that they can be is really going to be a game changer for us in the circle.
A little under 4 days away from first pitch against Concord on February 1st. What do you have to do to get ready between now and then with the season speeding down upon us?
Just going hard in bullpens, every pitch, every play, every hit, just absolutely 100% the whole time, because you never know when you're going to need to put that 100% and really dig deep and go to that 110%. So just selling out every single pitch, every bullpen, no matter what it is.
All right, Kennady Warder, thanks for the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
That's sophomore catcher Kennady Warder. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.